I'm Patricia, and today I would like to share a tool with you that is super helpful in times of stress and uncertainty. So, exactly like the times we are currently in, this tool is really, really useful. What it does is it helps us to identify that there is a decision point. So, I think about, how I can mark those places where I can pivot from maybe a negative into a positive. And so this tool is what helps me do that. It think about it like it takes a dart and it puts it into a data point. And in that data point, I now have a choice. That stress and uncertainty has a way of really creating potential for fear to emerge in a way that literally will envelope us, surround us. And then it takes us down a path. It kind of sends us on a trajectory when we start to make decisions from that place or just escalate from that place, that not only does it not solve the problems that we need to have solved, but it makes it worse because we start feeling more hopeless and more stressed, and that's not good for ourselves or for anybody else. So this tool really is what helps for me to see that there is this moment in time. And so how can I pivot from that? So the tool is called PRP. And I'm going to say I PRP over everything all the time. And I hope once you hear about this tool that you will too. So the first P, permission to be human. Now, this builds on what I was talking about in my previous video, which I will put in the comments below. So if you haven't seen that, check the comments below so you can watch that. And so permission to be human is about acknowledging our feelings, whatever they may be. I'm afraid, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm feeling hopeless, I'm feeling out of control, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Whatever it is, it's acknowledging the reality of that. And it's simply saying, that's okay. This is what it means to be human. Permission to be human. It's okay to feel whatever you're feeling. And we want to be able to have it make sense to us. Of course, I'm feeling afraid or worried or sad or concerned. Of course, I don't, right? Of course, this is normal. I'm human. And in fact, I would challenge that anybody who says they are not afraid or worried or concerned during this moment in time is either disconnected from the reality and the gravity of the situation, or is just simply not telling the truth, right? I mean, sometimes leaders, right, never let them see a sweat, and kind of always want to provide this sort of brave face. Yeah. But there's no such thing as a fearless leader. I'll talk about that in another video, perhaps. So permission to be human. We feel what we feel. We acknowledge it. If we can't, by the way, those feelings will lock and load. And guess what happens then? Fear has that additional way of being able to come in and take us down that path. So R is reframe, and that is the actual pivot. This is how we mobilize a pause. So if PRPing is about developing pause fitness, the reframe is the actual kind of way we are doing that. And I think that there's four ways. There's four ways that I teach my clients and that I use myself. I'm sure there's plenty more though, so I would love to hear from you as to how you reframe. But really it is about pivoting from negative to positive. Seems simple, and in some ways it is, but it is so powerful and necessary during times of stress and uncertainty. Pivot negative to positive. The four I use: curiosity, challenging myself, compassion, and comedy. Like, all of these have an energy to them that when you embrace it, when you're experiencing it, feels positive. It feels interesting, right? Curiosity. You know, you cannot be curious and afraid at exactly the same time. You can go back and forth quickly, but the moment that you are interested, like, wow, I wonder what's going to happen next, like, this is really wow, is the moment you're not afraid, right? This is where all creativity comes from, reframing a negative to a positive. And then finally, PRP, is in perspective. And that is literally understanding this is but one moment in time. There were many moments before, there will be many moments after. This pandemic might have many of its own moments, but like all stressful, challenging times, it will have a beginning, it will have a middle, and it will have an end. And so the perspective is, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 3 years from now, whatever, right? This is going to be a memory. And how do I want to remember how I was during this time? So key to play a wider game when it comes to these very stressful and challenging moments. They will want to own you, and fear wants to come in. And so perspective helps to see, yep, this moment will pass. So I PRP over everything, as I said. I hope you will P over everything. I've developed these cards. I give these to my clients. I have these around everywhere. I keep them by my desk, in my car, on my fridge, and it reminds me to throw that dart to mark that data point that I have a choice. I will link a file of this in the comments. I hope you print it off, and I hope you PRP over everything. All right. I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay healthy, and I hope you stay sane. And I'll see you tomorrow.